Iron Storm with Dread Canary. I'm the Dread Canary. The game is Against the Storm, and we continue our Iron Man run where we play every difficulty twice with the goal of getting all the way to Prestige 20 without ever dropping a game. Now we are currently still on Prestige 6, having done our first Prestige 6 game last time. And it looks like if I want this Bandit Camp modifier, which I really don't, but I'm going to play anyway because content. If I want this Bandit Camp modifier, we are going to have to go with the Royal Woodlands, because if I go here, I'm losing out on some food supplies. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and just name our town Maverick, because streamer that I am, I actually looked up synonyms for independence and going it alone, and what I came up with was Maverick. Now, of course, on the Royal Woodlands, we got a decent chance of farms, and we will need to be fully independent. We won't be able to rely on the Citadel for anything. I call it the Citadel, but it's a smoldering city, you know what I mean. We could have 4 harpies and 4 humans, but harpies like to leave, and without the ability to trade for supplies, I'm not confident in my ability to keep harpies happy long term. 9 lizards would probably get me through several storms, but I'm going to go with 8 humans and 2 randos down at the bottom because it is our largest possible option. Now, on top of that, with the inability to trade with the Citadel, I'm going to go ahead and grab 36 coal rather than oil, because the coal's a little bit cheaper. I'm going to get some starting bricks, and we are going to get some food. Let's do this. I see we've got people already filtering in. Welcome, welcome, chat. Glad to see you here. Alright, so our mysteries will be... Oh, look, harpies, great. We're going to gain 1 global resolve for every 30 units of water used in rain engines. So, this is pushing me to use rain engines. Hostility 1, we need housing, or people take a penalty to resolve, so just keep everybody housed. Cutting down trees during the storm won't give us any wood. Services, or people will destroy what they're producing, and housing and services, or people will eat more. Nothing too bad. Oh wow, we've got a classic start where they're right up against each other, and that's a farm field in our starting area. Okay, game. Alright. Let's go ahead and drop a woodcutter's camp. And a woodcutter's camp. And we will also want a herbalist camp right here. And a stonecutter's camp right on this side. Right like that. We are going to want some initial housing. So we'll go ahead and do that there. We're going to go ahead and hold shift so we can say we want only marked trees, because in this biome we can get those nice square borders that I really like. Now I think you should be able to hear the game sound just fine. I realized that I couldn't, and part of why I couldn't was my headset wasn't fully plugged in. Also, the right ear of this headset has died, which is very annoying. Sometimes when I turn my head, it'll suddenly come in with sound, but that actually gives me a headache because it's like intermittent. So I'm going to have to look into a new headset in the near future. Oh, we've got 4 people. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you all here. We'll go up to speed 3. Okay, now obviously I have to take a workshop. In a game where I cannot trade with the Citadel, having reliable access to all 3 building materials is massive. The Forester's Hut would be a good secondary to make sure I can get access to tools. So Lumber Mill and Brickyard are right out. I've got access already to building materials, so these are just pottery and dew, and then really inefficient scrolls and trade goods. The press might work, but I'm going to go with the cookhouse here. Obviously, I'm ignoring the supplier. I've already got 2-star planks available. Getting 2-star flour, I might as well get a stamping mill, which gives me the ability to smelt copper bars. Not that I'm going to get a lot of copper on this map. Chad says, note to self, buy Dread Canary a new headset for his birthday. I appreciate that, but there are other things I'd probably like more. And I may end up getting myself a new headset before then, just because it is irritating me constantly. So, Stamping Mill's tempting. Herbalist Camp is also tempting, because I already know I have mushrooms, and having a source of food would be great. And of course, the bathhouse lets us fill all the way to tier 3, and we know how much I love my double production. But I'm going to go with the Stamping Mill here. So our buildings are the workshop, the Stamping Mill, and the cookhouse. Of course, I will need a crude workstation. In order to be able to get a more advanced one. We're going to make that humans. That's a human. That's perfect. This will be 3 humans as well. Mushrooms goes up the more we mushroom, or just flat vegetables go up if I get a farm blueprint. Or we can lower hostility. I think I want the fungal guide, because I don't know what farm building I'm going to get at this point. It is important that I get one, but I don't know what it'll be. Open 4 glades to get carrying capacity for glades and some buildings, or have happy harpies to get more harpies and parts. Especially since I cannot trade for parts. Parts are really, really nice. With, I think I have to go with this. I want this. I want this +5, but I'm going to go with this because it's better. Ooh. You know how much I love those +1 production bonuses, and we've got 2 of them in each. But this comes with parts, so I'm going to go with that. And I think this time I've got 2 sets for parts. I'm going to go with the problem solver, so I can get the tools. The people's not really a big deal. The planks aren't really a big deal, but the tools might be. And let's let this go for a bit. Now, of course, the benefit here is that this counts as an alchemy building, which means harpies have a 10% chance of getting double production when they go there. So having harpies work this will be great for our food supply. But before I have them do that, we want to build a starter set of homes, and of course, the ever-comforting wall. Hi, I'm glad to see people here. Remember YouTube, if you ever want to catch me live, it's Monday and Thursday nights at 8 PM Eastern on twitch.tv/dreadcanary. I do 2 full cities during the stream, and I upload half a city per video to YouTube. So we're currently operating about 2 weeks out that the streamers are seeing before you, so if you don't want to miss out on the run, you can come early. Is that psychological bait? Am I leveraging FOMO? Little bit. I'm not above a little FOMO here. Okay, we got housing, we got walls, and that means it's time for me to put my harpies. I'm getting some food. I do want to move this wall a little bit, because what I want to do is put a workshop right here. The workshop obviously is going to need planks, but it looks like it's only going to need planks, so let's set a cap of 6 and turn off everything else. Can a workshop make pipes? It can. Excellent. So we're going to go ahead and put 1 human in the crude workstation making planks. Oh. No, we're not. This already has everything it needs. We just have to build it. Let's get my wood back. I don't need to do that. That's great. Harpies are sad, but that's fine. Harpies are always sad. We're going to set a cap of 30. Why am I clicking that when I can just type 30? Make this any type of fabric. Make this anything we want. Make this 15. Again, out of anything. Harpies will be sad for most of the storm, but that's okay. We'll favor them halfway through. Okay. Let's go ahead and swoop these around. Let's see what we've got. We've got a Harmony Spirit Altar, which needs resin that we've been getting for free. Okay, now, question is, which of these do I want? Converted Harmony Spirit Altar is great if I can get multiple service buildings. Cosmetics could be good for harpies. Crates of sea marrow are a nice fuel source, and of course crystallized dew lets me eventually make tools, maybe. I normally would go with this, but I can't potentially buy any blueprints from a freighter, so I feel like I actually need to go with this. But first, let's get some more people, shall we? Look at that. We'll grab 3 beavers. We'll drop 2 humans in here to investigate that. Then we've got a furnace. Now the furnace is going to give us bricks. Okay, the only thing the furnace gives us is pie, because everything else we already had access to in, I think, equal amounts. Well, with the escalating mushroom perk, we're going to take mushroom seedlings, and that way once I get a farm building, I will be able to just scale so very many mushrooms, and that'll be nice. I hope people don't mind the quieter presentation style. I've decided that what I really want to be is relaxing. And so we are going to try to be relaxing on this channel. I don't know about you, but I could really use some relaxation after. Choose the convert option when solving dangerous glade events. To get ancient tablets, tools, and some meat, or sacrifice oil. Do I have anything that lets me make oil? No. And I didn't start with any oil. I don't love this because I'd have to set up a supply chain or possibly get oil from a glade event. So we're going to go with this. Use 180 units of rainwater. Or farmers can carry more if we have oil and flour. We'll go with the rainwater. I don't love the rainwater system, but gotta do what you gotta do. We will, of course, start with some hashtag housing for beavers. Not just because it's a meme, but because the only unhoused person I have is a beaver. And let's build both. Meanwhile, we are running out of food. But there's more mushrooms over here that we can go collect once this is done. I would also really like to collect that clay. I can't, but I would like to. That side looks good. Let's go ahead and move over here. Free up space for this farm. And maybe get just a little bit closer. We're gonna move this in a little bit and just tidy this this line up. Doesn't that look better? That looks like it'll look better, I think. Harmony Spirit Altars being collected, that's great. I've got one human trying to build the town, and there's just not enough building materials to do it, since I've only got one human making stuff. But, you know, soon. Soon. Okay, so we want to power down that. Well, look at that. You know, I think I can actually keep these people employed. Maybe not. Now that will make them happy, but the harpies will get a little bit miffed. Herbalist camp is out of herbalisms. Well, let's bring it around here. There we go. Free ancient tablet for every 2 completed glade events. Since I can't sell them, that's actually kind of useless. Burning cysts to remove additional corruption is good for not getting people dead from the blight rot. And the small press lets us get free oil for flour. Let's go ahead and get the free oil for flour, because extra fuel is always nice. On top of that, we need a blight post. Okay, looks like we are going to be getting some more harpies. Let's get some humans to round that out. We'll put 2 humans in here. We'll put 3 humans in here. And then we've got a human and a harpy running around building stuff, and that works for me. With a couple of human houses down the back, so we'll just have a nice, diverse set of housing. And if I fire this, and then I favor these guys, that gets us to 13. That's pretty good. Well, I think I have to go for an herb garden. And we also want a stamping mill. The question is where to put the stamping mill. I feel like here looks pretty nice. This patch of fertile ground is not conveniently placed for my road preferences, but I think we can go there. I think that's all right. We do need to raise the priority of this to the point that I'm actually going to delete this beaver house and then reschedule it. There we go. Woodcutter's camp is out of suitable trees, and it's a little late for me to open up another glade. I didn't time that very well. So let's go ahead and just hollow this whole area out. There we go. And let's go ahead and put 3 harpies in here, and we're going to tell them that you've got a cap of 20. Plus, we're going to do that, and we're going to do this. And we're going to do that. So I still have 2 humans running around building everything. The cysts appeared right on time, but that's okay. We have a plan for this. We've already got a couple of fuel built. Our next set of orders will be welcome people from glades. I don't want to do that. Open caches. I don't have a source of tools. Or have ancient tablets, which I'm probably not going to get. Well, let's go with Lost in the Woods. It seems the most likely. And I guess rations for the Citadel. Which reminds me, I should definitely get myself a makeshift post for those packs that I'm going to need later. Yep. So we're just getting a nice basis for a town down. Everyone's housed at least. Hostility 3 is a bit rough. Maybe we drop down to 2. Though 2 isn't going to get us any wood. So I might as well just fire everybody. Stonecutter's camp is out, but that's okay. There's more clay over here. Let's rotate this around. I'm going to delete it later, so it's a little bit inefficient for me to move it, but I want enough space for me to put a second workshop down. Got plenty of wood, no trouble there. Everything is waiting on planks. Let's go ahead and re-beaver this. Rotate it around like so. And we are going to push our way into this glade. We will also take another one of these. So we are going to gain a free copper ore for every 5 wood produced. Smuggler's visit. I think we need the smuggler's visit. I think we need the smuggler's visit. And you know what I'm going to go for. That's right. Gotta go for the forum. Get a beaver and a few more humans. We could work on that, but let's go ahead and see what our next Glade event is. Well, resin again. That's so good. Did we need ancient artifacts for anything? I think I chose not to take anything that required them. But +3 global resolve is nice. On the other hand, the queen is already kind of mad. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll get some high hostility, but it should be alright. And is that a leather worker? Leather worker only gives us water skins. I feel like I can't afford to deny it, though, because I may need water skins if I want to provide ale at my forum. There we go. Let's go ahead and drop 2 humans in here so we don't forget. And we're going to ignore the roots. The reason we're going to ignore the roots is because you can make biscuits, which all 3 races eat, out of flour that you can make from mushrooms. Oh, but we'd be able to make pottery. I don't think I need water skins. What is that convert option? For events converted. Was that... Was that our spirit altar? It might have been. But once they do this, that'll be 2 of our items done. You guys are growing way too many herbs, but on the other hand, we are getting bonus mushrooms when we mushroom. Woodcutter is out of trees. Well, we can't have that, can we? Let's go ahead and just slide it up here. And we will push our way back. Harpy's resolve is low. Well, I mean, it's probably because this is killing our hostility. But we can go ahead and favor them for a bit. It's only 45 seconds. I don't think the beavers will have time to revolt. And that'll get us our 2nd point. Next order. 20 building materials. There's no way I can do this in 7 minutes. Have at least 10 villagers with the jerky need fulfilled. So I've got plenty of people who want jerky. And have at least 12 villagers. I don't love that. This I definitely can do. Okay, we have to unfavor the harpies now. And then right there. There it is, right on time. 3 glade events. We also salvaged a building. That's great. Gives us more people, gives us another one of these. So the plantation's not as good as it normally would be because we already have herbs that we can put in the middle of our biscuits. Berries are used for wine, but mushrooms are also used for wine, so I don't need mushrooms for... Or I don't need berries for the beavers. It's just the thing of plant fiber for harpy housing. The ability to make tools could be really good. Like, ability to make tools can win you the game. And I don't currently have anything else that lets me make tools. So a tool shop is tempting. I don't love the market. The herbalist camp is also tempting because we do have those big berry bushes. I feel like I'm going to go with the tool shop. And we're going to hope that we can set up some tool infrastructure. Once this stamping mill is up, we will be able to make copper bars, so that'll give us something. And we are going to turn off herbs for now. There we go. We've got a lot more buildings going up. We can replace this with another beaver. That's great. So again, we do have to fire all of our woodcutters. They don't do anything if we don't, so I might as well fire them. People are pretty sad though, so I think I'm gonna have to... Let's lower this a little bit. Make sure you're looking straight at me. We are going to have to lower hostility a little. I don't know that I can afford to do it too much more, so let's not do it just yet. And we need a spot for a forum. You know? I think we can fit a forum down here. Oh, we just barely can't. Oh, that's agonizing. Okay, well, maybe we can put one here. Sure. We'll just pack it in right there. The harpies get a little bit unhappy. And then we drop it all the way down and we favor them. Which will anger the beavers, but I think if I get the harpies up to 4... then I do this. No, I lost a beaver. Dang it. That's so hard to time correctly. We can lower hostility further, but not for long. Alright, we made it through that winter at least. Are your woodcutters still active? No, I fired them because we couldn't have... I left 2 of them still on. Like a moron. Because I didn't hold down shift. Allows firekeepers to combat corruption more efficiently? No. Ooh. Sacrifices burn longer. Yes, please. We absolutely need that. This is mushroom only right now. Yes, it is. Perfect. That is stamping mill. When we do packs of crops, we can do that with mushrooms. That's great. And we need 4 materials, 3 of the other 2. So let's say 4, 3 on this. Yeah. Excuse me. There we go. That'll help. Excellent, excellent. So, I'm just gonna have a nice, quiet game where the harpies are sad. Okay, yeah, let's get some free coal. Some more beavers. How are we looking on building materials? A harpy house would cost 6, and we do have some unhoused harpies, which is a problem. Plus, of course, people are unhappy if they don't have houses. And we need another hearth. Maybe I don't quite match these up corner to corner yet. So we will instead go a little bit deeper into the woods to grandmother's house. I do love musicals. Let's go ahead and clear that. We're going to make that a herb garden. Because of course we will. And around the side. There we go. Okay. Now, doing that is going to let me create 2 more harpy houses. And I'm hoping that harpy houses will make the harpies happy enough that they don't leave. Maybe I can't stop that. I mean, they are very hungry. And we don't have a plan to solve that anytime soon, because I can't buy food. Herbalist camp is out of food, speaking of, so let's go ahead and just stick it here for now and fire these harpies. I feel like I need mushrooms, so we're just going to have to deal with the fact that people are hungry for this year at least. Which is annoying. But you know, what can you do? Let's go ahead and turn this around. We're going to go back that way. We need a ton of bricks for that. This is stuck on planks. And they're making things pretty equally. Harpies resolve is low. Yeah. Let's go ahead and favor the harpies. Because now... Oh, look at that. We can get a forum. The forum gets built before the workshop. Weird. Let's go ahead and toss 3 harpies in here so we can try to get double yields out of stuff. Which should help. Yeah, I don't have the tools to stop them from leaving. So we'll go ahead and refavor them. But I'm hopeful that with mushrooms coming in, we will be able to feed our people soon. Like, you can see we've already got food coming in. So that's good at least. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of stabilized. We have plenty of wood. I'm not happy burning. There we go. Here. And so on this side I said planks first, right? So on this side I'm gonna do bricks first. There we go. And that way we should get decent amounts of everything going forward. With 2 workshops going non-stop, we'll get more building materials coming in. I think we've kind of stabilized here. Last order. This kind of thing is almost impossible to do when I cannot buy blueprints and I don't know what I'm going to find. So I guess we're going to go with leisure because we know we'll be able to make pottery. And if we get a building that lets us make ale, we can serve it in the forum. So we are looking okay as far as that goes. Okay, this time we've unhired everybody, and we're going to try to get our last couple of people into some housing. Just so we can lose this penalty. Go on. There we go. And if I do this... it's not enough. Dang it. Just do a nice split of people along that. Well, that should work pretty good. Yeah, no trading is rough. I heavily rely on trading most of the time. That's waiting on planks and bricks, which we are making, so no problem there. Let's change this to 40, 40, 40. Start of year 6. More wood, but slower gain? No. Gain meat and grain? No. Resources, Glade event takes longer? No. Let's go ahead and... let's do a reroll. Hey! We can lower hostility, or we can gain free insects. I think gaining free insects is better, because we are having some serious food problems. Okay, we are still short on planks. We definitely want beavers and, I guess, harpies. I mean, I never want harpies, but I do like having racial parity. Meaning, in this case, meaning equality. Toss a human in here. Everybody's housed. Toss 2 humans in here. And have it make equal parts mushrooms and herbs. That should be fine for now. We're going to build 2 more walls. Actually, let's just wall right up there. So we're going to do a couple of corners there. That should be good. I would love to rebuild this, but I feel like I need to fix my housing situation first. Because we need these to be actual good houses. We're going to do that. And then I think just one more human house here. And then what we'll do is we'll run this around there. And we're going to put a little bit of a flower bed there, and a little bit of a flower bed here, with some lizard posts behind it. And we'll put a flower bed over here. There we go. Oh, wait. What am I doing? Huh. I have a great spot for flower beds right along that. Let's do that. And then all we need is some more walls. Well, we know how to do walls, don't we, chat? We just put them like so, with a little bit of a corner here, and then some, you know, connecting walls. Just do. There we go. And that's looking solid. Now my harpies are sad. Why? Because they're hungry. Well, of course they are. That makes perfect sense. What can I do about it, though? Well, for one thing, I can schedule a warehouse to go right here. For another thing, we can build a beaver house, and a beaver house, and some human houses back there. Favor the harpies real quick. We're out of wood. Well, that's okay. We'll just swing you around this way. We will unfavor the harpies, which won't be fast enough. Dang it. I should have 6 beavers on wood cutting. Where is my 6th beaver? He's in the forum. There we go. So with housing going on and food, can you just eat something? No, apparently you can't, so we get angrier. Great. Fantastic. This run's going excellently. Said sarcastically, obviously sarcastically. Let's go ahead and go this way. And we are going to go over here. There we go. Got lots of wood coming in. Got lots of clay coming in. We got a lot of houses, and we got a few more houses queued up. So we fire all of this. And then I think we build one more. Or we just, yeah. Not quite enough, is it? So I guess we'll also burn some coal. And because the Queen's impatient, we are only burning 15 and 31, so we should be okay for the storm. We've got food surplus for the first time ever. Do I have any good place to do packs of building materials? No, just the makeshift post. So well, we've got a lot of copper. I was not expecting that. Let's go ahead and try to get this taken care of. We'll deal with the packs of building materials shortly afterward. Resolve is low because we ran out of wood. I'm going to tell them that it's okay to burn sea marrow here, so we don't lose our fire. We're in the next year. Okay, it's the start of year 7, and we've been recording for 47 minutes. I feel like we're going to be able to keep going for one more year. Absolutely, I want double effects under biscuits. And we are going to put... Well, let's wait until we see who we get. And let's open up this glade. Maybe don't open up this glade, actually. I'm not starving for resources. And I don't see a reason to take the hostility hit if I'm not starving for resources. Let's eliminate this big tree, too, just to make sure. Hey, we can get 5 beavers. Let's get 5 beavers. First off, I can put 2 of them in here. Secondly, I can grab a woodcutter's camp. Oriented it like so. And all we're going to make here is flour. But by making flour, I can then put 2 humans in here and say, hey, make biscuits. Make exclusively biscuits. You know, once we actually get mushrooms. We'll go ahead and drop 3 in here. Oh, it's every tree we cut down during the storm. I forgot they heavily nerfed this. They nerfed it so much. And this needs to be only marked trees. So that we can make sure that we don't accidentally open a glade. But we are going to go ahead and just clear out this whole area back here. We're low on food and harpies are sad. Well, what else is new? Let's make the harpies a little bit happier. Got +3 bonus mushrooms, so we should get a ton of mushrooms. And if this ever gets built, that'll be nice. Everybody's sad because they're hungry, and I'm losing people, and this is really bad. It's really, really bad. Let's go ahead and turn all of that off. We want 20 packs of building materials, and we're going to say, yeah, that's fine. Let's go ahead and do that. I am just losing so many people. And it's bad. I'm not gonna lie. This is bad. This is quite bad. Buildings? Well, we can get a small farm. Small farm gets us grain and vegetables. Grain, of course, can be used to make flour, but I've got mushrooms coming in, so I don't need that. Pie is good for humans. Coal is another thing that we'd be able to burn. Don't love it. Leather worker just gets us water skins. We don't need that. We've got pottery. Weaver just gives us training gear. Let's reroll. Well, the greenhouse would give us more mushrooms. I think I want the alchemist hut, though. Maybe I want the clay pit. Clay pit would let us guarantee... I'm not hurting for clay. It'd be reeds that we could then use for fabric. But I feel like the alchemist hut is better. We'll get the alchemist hut. Well, that's really not good. We've got flour being made, right? We've got, well, flour being gathered at least. I think we're just going to lose all our harpies. I think that's just how this goes now. There we go. Okay, I have kept one harpy. Lots of people left. We are going to move our woodcutters up here. We've got food coming in. We've got flour being produced. We've got biscuits being made. Biscuits being made is going to make people happier. Oh, I think we may have stabilized a bit. We've got tons of herbs, so it's just a question of mushrooms. In fact, we've got so many that I'm going to turn off herbs for next year, because I think we will only need mushrooms. Now we are out of stone. That's fine. We're just going to go ahead and move this around this way. I feel like we have to open up this glade next year, so we are going to. I could keep woodcutters during the storm, just so we can get the insects, but I think I need to lower hostility significantly, so we are instead going to do this, which is not quite enough because I've got people unhoused. And we've got people unhoused because we don't have enough planks to make their housing. Is this tier 3? No, because we don't have enough planks to make it tier 3, obviously. Okay, well what else can I do? If I do that, we are going to run out of wood by the end of the storm. So let's preserve it as long as we can. Oh look, finally we've got our warehouse up, so that's going to help with that. We have biscuits coming in, so that's going to help with food. We've got the alchemists hut that we can make, as well as the tool shop. We are now out of wood, so our people are sad, but it's only 15 seconds, so we might be okay. Okay, we are barely hanging on. But you know what? That's where I'm going to cut the video. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for spending nearly an hour with me. I very much appreciate it. If you could do the algorithm boosty things, I would love that. You can come catch me live Monday and Thursday nights, 8 p.m. till midnight on twitch.tv/dreadcanary. If any of that changes, I'll announce it on @GhostFinchMedia over on Twitter. And I hope you have yourselves a lovely day. Bye, YouTube.